Sigma females walk their own path, fiercely independent, unapologetically authentic, and uninterested in societal expectations. They thrive on autonomy, relying on their inner strength rather than external validation. But when someone tries to control them, that's when the surprises begin. In this video, we'll uncover 7 powerful reactions you can expect when a Sigma female's independence is challenged. If you're inspired by individuality and self-reliance, subscribe to the Sigma Sisterhood channel for more empowering insights and advice on embracing life on your own terms. 1. Independence, the ultimate double-edged sword. For a Sigma female, independence is more than just a trait. It's the core of who she is. She moves through life with a fierce determination to rely on herself, make her own choices, and live by her own rules. This self-reliance grants her the freedom to pursue her passions, take bold risks, and make decisions that are true to her values, without needing anyone's approval. The beauty of this autonomy is undeniable. It allows her to craft a life entirely on her own terms. Whether she's traveling the world solo, making bold career moves, or simply embracing her solitude, she knows she's in control. However, independence is not without its downsides. This fierce autonomy can sometimes lead to feelings of isolation. While others may lean on close friends or family during hard times, the Sigma female often faces her challenges alone. The burden of self-reliance means that when things go wrong, whether it's a career setback, emotional struggle, or personal loss, there's no one to share the load. But here's where the Sigma female's true strength lies. She transforms loneliness into an opportunity for growth. Rather than feeling crushed by her solitude, she uses it to fuel her self-improvement, to reflect, and to build resilience. She understands that true independence isn't just about being alone. It's about thriving in that solitude and using it as a source of empowerment. While others might feel weighed down by the burden of independence, a Sigma female wears it like armor, knowing that in the end, she has the power to navigate life on her own terms, even if it means standing alone. 2. Boundaries. Unapologetic, uncompromising, and often misunderstood. Sigma females are masters of setting boundaries. They know their energy is precious and limited, and they refuse to let others drain it. Whether in friendships, relationships, or the workplace, they guard their emotional, mental, and physical space with precision. This isn't about pushing people away. It's about self-preservation and maintaining the emotional balance they need to thrive. But here's the catch. Not everyone understands or respects those boundaries. In a world where constant availability is often expected, people may find the Sigma female's need for space confusing or even cold. This can lead to misunderstandings, especially in relationships. While a Sigma female deeply values emotional intimacy, she also requires time alone to recharge and reflect. Partners who are used to traditional dynamics, where constant attention or validation is the norm, might misinterpret her need for distance as indifference or detachment. Yet the reality couldn't be further from the truth. Sigma females are selective about who they let into their inner circle, and once you're in, you have their loyalty and respect. But their relationships operate on their terms, which means boundaries are non-negotiable. In friendships, this often translates to a small, tight-knit circle of people who understand and appreciate her need for space. In the workplace, it means focusing on tasks and avoiding unnecessary socializing or office politics. While some may see this as standoffish, the Sigma female knows that without these boundaries, her emotional and mental well-being would suffer. She unapologetically enforces them, filtering out anyone who doesn't respect her limits. Over time, she surrounds herself with people who not only accept her boundaries, but admire her strength in setting them. 3. Society isn't built for the lone wolf, but she thrives anyway. From a young age, society pushes women to follow a certain path, get an education, find a stable job, settle down with a partner, and start a family. These conventional milestones are often seen as the blueprint for a successful life. But for a Sigma female, This path just doesn't resonate. She recognizes early on that society's definition of success doesn't align with her values, and she boldly chooses to forge her own path. The harsh reality is that society isn't designed for those who deviate from the norm. Sigma females are often labeled as outsiders or rebels because they refuse to fit into traditional roles. This can lead to feelings of alienation, especially when surrounded by people who don't understand why she's choosing a different route. In the workplace, she may be overlooked for leadership roles because she doesn't conform to the image of a typical leader. She's not the type to aggressively climb the corporate ladder or engage in office politics. Instead, she leads through quiet confidence, focusing on results rather than recognition. This nonconformity extends to her personal life as well. While many of her peers may rush into relationships, marriage, or starting a family, the Sigma female takes her time. She's more interested in personal growth, independence, and pursuing her own goals. This often leads to judgment from others, who may see her choices as unconventional or even selfish. But here's the thing. The Sigma female doesn't care about fitting into society's mold. She knows that true fulfillment comes from living a life that aligns with her values, not from chasing societal approval. While society may not be built for lone wolves, she's perfectly capable of carving out her own space and thriving on her own terms. She's living proof that success doesn't have to look the same for everyone. 4. Relationships are complicated by choice. When it comes to relationships, Sigma females play by a different set of rules. They aren't driven by the need for companionship or social validation. Instead, they seek deep, meaningful connections that complement their fiercely independent lifestyles. For a Sigma, relationships aren't about meeting societal expectations or following a pre-written script. They are about authenticity and mutual respect. Sigma females are highly selective, preferring quality over quantity when it comes to relationships, both romantic and platonic. They don't feel pressured to settle down just because it's expected of them, and they won't enter into a relationship out of fear of being alone. Instead, they look for partners who understand and respect their independence, creating a dynamic of mutual growth rather than codependency. This selectiveness, while empowering, often complicates their love lives. Sigma females are not easy to pin down, and that can make finding the right partner challenging. Many people are accustomed to traditional relationship roles, where constant validation or emotional availability is the norm. But for a Sigma female, personal space and freedom are essential. She values her time alone as much as her time spent with a partner, which can be difficult for some to understand. This need for independence doesn't mean Sigma females are emotionally distant or detached. In fact, they are incredibly loyal and supportive partners. However, they expect the same level of respect for their boundaries in return. They seek a partner who is not threatened by their independence, but who appreciates it and supports their growth. The paradox is that while Sigma females crave deep emotional connections, they also fear losing their sense of self in a relationship. This can lead to longer periods of being single, as they refuse to settle for less than what they truly want. When they do find the right person, the relationship is built on a foundation of trust, mutual respect, and shared values. A Sigma female will never compromise her identity or freedom for the sake of a relationship, and that's what makes her so uniquely powerful in love. 5. Leadership doesn't require a title. The world often equates leadership with titles, authority, and being in the spotlight, but a Sigma female knows better. She understands that leadership is about influence, integrity, and impact, not about having power over others or chasing recognition. Sigma females lead by example, often flying under the radar but making a significant difference through their actions, decisions, and quiet confidence. In the workplace, Sigma females are the ones who get things done without seeking credit. They're the problem solvers, the innovators, and the steady hands that keep projects moving forward. While others may engage in office politics or vie for promotions, the Sigma female focuses on doing the job well, not on earning a title. This subtle approach to leadership can often go unnoticed, but the people who work closely with her understand her value. She doesn't need to be loud or commanding to earn respect. Her work and integrity speak for themselves. Outside the office, Sigma females are also leaders in their personal lives. Friends and family often turn to them for advice, not because they are the most outspoken or forceful, but because they are thoughtful, wise, and grounded. They lead with empathy and wisdom, showing others how to live authentically and courageously. This quiet form of leadership doesn't come with public recognition or awards, but it's no less powerful. In fact, Sigma females often inspire others to step up and take control of their own lives, simply by leading through example. They demonstrate that true leadership is not about controlling others, but about guiding and influencing through your own actions. Sigma females know that leadership isn't about titles or status. It's about living with purpose, making a positive impact, and empowering those around you. Even if no one is watching, they don't need the spotlight to shine, and that's what makes them such compelling and authentic leaders. 6. Success feels hollow, without personal fulfillment. In a world where success is often measured by external achievements, climbing the corporate ladder, earning a high salary, or accumulating material wealth, Sigma females view success differently. For them, traditional markers of success can feel hollow if they don't align with their personal values or bring inner fulfillment. While others may chase status or societal approval, Sigma females are driven by a deeper purpose, the pursuit of personal growth and meaningful impact. For a Sigma female, success is not about ticking off boxes on society's checklist. It's about creating a life that reflects who she truly is and what she believes in. This often leads her down unconventional paths. While others may focus on climbing the corporate ladder, a Sigma female might pursue a passion project, start her own business, or dedicate time to creative endeavors. She understands that true success isn't about following a predetermined path, but about crafting a life that feels authentic and fulfilling. However, this approach can sometimes make Sigma females feel at odds with society's expectations. While their peers may celebrate promotions, titles, or financial milestones, Sigma females may question whether they are truly successful by societal standards. This can lead to moments of doubt, especially when surrounded by people who equate success with external validation. Yet Sigma females quickly realize that chasing society's version of success will never bring them true happiness. For them, success is about living in alignment with their values, pursuing their passions, and making a positive impact on the world. It's about waking up every day excited about what they're doing, not because it's prestigious, but because it's meaningful. While the path of personal fulfillment may not come with the same accolades or recognition as traditional success, Sigma females find their reward in the deep sense of satisfaction that comes from living authentically. They know that real success is measured not by what they achieve in the eyes of others, but by the fulfillment they feel within themselves. 7. Embracing independence means embracing both strength and solitude. For Sigma females, independence is not just a choice, it's a core part of their identity. From a young age, they understand the value of standing on their own 2 feet and making decisions without relying on external approval or guidance. While many people may seek comfort in collective support or social connections, Sigma females thrive in their autonomy. However, they also come to realize that this independence, while empowering, can lead to a unique set of challenges. On the surface, independence seems like the ultimate freedom. Sigma females have the ability to chart their own course, pursue their passions, and make bold moves without worrying about what others think. Whether it's starting a new career, embarking on solo travel, or embracing a non-traditional lifestyle, their autonomy gives them the power to live life on their own terms. They are not bound by societal expectations or limited by the need for external validation. This self-reliance is one of their greatest strengths. But independence also comes with a downside: solitude. Sigma females often find themselves facing life's challenges alone. While others may have close-knit support networks to lean on during tough times, Sigma females are more accustomed to relying on themselves. They understand that their independence can sometimes make it difficult to form deep connections with others, especially in a world that values togetherness and collective experiences. The paradox of independence is that while it offers freedom, it can also lead to isolation. Sigma females are not immune to feelings of loneliness, especially when navigating personal hardships or emotional struggles. However, they've learned to turn this solitude into a source of strength. Instead of feeling weighed down by their independence, they use it as an opportunity for self-reflection, growth, and self-improvement. For Sigma females, solitude is not something to be feared but embraced. It allows them to stay true to themselves, even when it means standing alone. Over time, they come to realize that while their independence may isolate them at times, it also makes them resilient, adaptable, and fiercely self-sufficient. They understand that the path they've chosen, while solitary, is also uniquely powerful, and that their strength lies not in their ability to depend on others but in their capacity to depend on themselves. Dealing with self-centered individuals in today's world can be exhausting, but Stoicism provides a timeless and powerful toolkit for managing these challenges with grace and mental clarity. By focusing on what we can control, our thoughts, reactions, and mindset, we can prevent others' selfish behavior from destabilizing our emotional well-being. Stoicism teaches us the importance of cultivating a calm, rational mindset in all circumstances, recognizing that we cannot control how others behave, only how we choose to respond. By applying Stoic principles like setting healthy boundaries, practicing patience, and fostering empathy, we maintain our sense of inner peace and integrity, no matter how disruptive external forces may be. The ability to detach from emotional triggers and view situations objectively helps us navigate self-centered behavior without becoming overwhelmed by anger or resentment. This detachment doesn't mean disengagement. It means acting with intention rather than reacting impulsively. Through this process, we learn to value our own peace over unnecessary conflict, while still holding our ground where it matters. Stoic philosophy reminds us that adversity, including dealing with difficult people, is part of life. It is through these challenges that we grow stronger, wiser, and more resilient. Self-centered individuals will always exist, but our response to them is what defines us. By anchoring ourselves in Stoic virtues such as wisdom, courage, and temperance, we rise above petty frustrations and remain centered in our pursuit of a meaningful life. In the end, the way we handle self-centeredness, whether in relationships, work, or daily encounters, shapes not just our interactions with others, but also our personal growth. We become better versions of ourselves by practicing Stoicism, focusing on what we can control, and letting go of what we cannot. This is the essence of inner freedom, and it is the foundation of living a life guided by strength, purpose, and tranquility.